how's it going? Jason Crawford here from Bill's Jewelers, and we're going to be talking with you today about how to choose a diamond. So you have a lot of choices in the market today in terms of diamonds. You have what's always been your traditional choice, your natural diamonds, but with the advent of lab-grown diamonds now, you have those to choose from as well. Natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. Technically, they're virtually the same thing, chemically, physically, and optically identical. So in terms of judging one over the other, they're basically judged by the same standards. You've probably heard of the 4C's. So both are evaluated, on those same standards of the 4C's, which is the cut, the clarity, the color, and the carat. So cut being, how it's cut, the proportions, the way the facets are made on the piece. So cut is probably one of the more important things. You can have good material that's poorly cut and it not reflect the light that it should. It loses light from the sides or the bottom, rather than reflecting back through the table of the stone. So good material, poorly cut, looks dull, doesn't have fire. However, you could have some material that's maybe not as clear, maybe it has a few more inclusions, but it's cut, has an excellent cut. So all the light that goes in the stone reflects back out of the stone. It looks more brilliant, has more fire, more scintillation, and all these things. So cut is important. When you're choosing a stone, you want to choose one that has a really good cut. And those are usually going to be considered good, very good, or excellent cut. Maybe you see a stone that's triple X. It means it's the symmetry is good, the polish is good, the cut is, should I say excellent. The symmetry is excellent, the polish is excellent, the cut is excellent. And all these make a nice looking, brilliant, sparkly stone. Clarity is the other thing to consider. Clarity, there's a scale that the Gemological Institute of America come up with, GIA as we call it, one of the leading grading companies out there that basically wrote the book on all this stuff. So clarity, we're talking about inclusions, natural imperfections in the diamond, which isn't a bad thing. It's kind of like the diamond's fingerprint. No two diamonds are the same. So not many things in life are perfect, and so diamonds are one of those. So a few inclusions aren't necessarily bad. Given the right clarity, such as like an SI, which means slightly included, SI 1 or 2, that means that you shouldn't be able to see anything with the naked eye in the stone. So you'd have to use one of these. It's called a loupe. And you look at the diamond under 10 times magnification. So if it's an SI grade stone, like an SI1, when I hold the diamond up and I'm looking at it with my naked eye, it should be completely clear, in terms of you shouldn't see any black spots, no little cracks or crevices, no little fractures or anything like that. Those are what we call some inclusions, or clarity characteristics. So when we're looking at the stone, if it's SI, you'd have to look at it with one of these, magnify it 10 times in order to see anything in it. Now you can go above SI into the VS, VBS, and then even get into flawless and internally flawless stones. And then you have color. So color is one of the other C's. Color talks about the color of the stone or lack thereof. Color scale starts at D and goes all the way to Z. D being the lack of color, very white stone. So that's going to be the most desirable. So you have DEF, which is colorless, and then you have GHI, which is near colorless, and then above I you start getting into some faint color, and then so forth and so on. And then carat. Carat is the kind of like the size or the the weight of the stone. You've heard of 1 carat, half carat, 1.5 carat, 2 carat. So you're talking about the size of the stone there. Here we have a diamond that is 1.5 carats, 1.52. And here we have a diamond that's 1 carat. So this 1 carat stone is about 6.5 millimeters. And this 1.5 carat is about 7.4 millimeters. So 1.5 carat has a little bit more diameter. Now, both of these stones are diamonds. This is your natural, this is a lab grown. So both are graded on the same scale. You know, both of them have a cut, both of them have clarity, both of them have color and carat, you know, designations. The natural 1 carat here is an Si2, slightly included, G color, so it's near colorless, and the cut is rated at good. This has been graded by GIA, the Gemological Institute of America. Here we have the lab grown, and it is F color, so it's colorless, and VS2, so very slightly included, and the cut is ideal, and it's XXX. So the polish, symmetry, cut, and all that is excellent. Both of these are diamonds, one being natural, one being lab grown. So which one do you choose? That's a personal question. People ask me all the time, you know, what do I choose? You know, which one is the best choice? And there's really not a straightforward answer. It's really dependent on your personal situation. You can buy this 1.5 carat F VS2 for under $2,000. You can buy this 1 carat Si2 G color natural. It's about $4,600. So one is a little more than twice the amount of the other, and it's smaller. Is that bad? Not necessarily. It may be that this is more in your budget. You want a larger looking stone, and it's not important that it's natural or lab grown, and you want to save money. And this is an excellent choice. Some people like the idea of it being natural because it's, I don't know, this took millions of years, maybe even billions, to create by some of the most amazing circumstances you can imagine. Things had to be just right. Something that's formed miles below the surface of the earth, erupted in a volcano 1 billion years ago, landed in a stream, was later found and then turned into a diamond, versus something basically grown on a cookie sheet. One's more romantic, but one saves a lot of money. So, you know, it's really a personal decision. I don't really steer one person towards, a person towards one or the other. I don't say one's better than the other. People ask me, well, what about lab growns and their value? Will the value go down? They may. We don't really know. It's kind of a new territory to be in, lab growns. The values have gone down on them some. Will they continue to go down? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't view it as an investment. I would view it as it's a good buy, and it's beautiful, and it's a real diamond. Natural diamonds are always going to have some value. They also, like most things you buy, they may not have the value you paid for it, but it'll have some value. So it's really up to you, which one that you would see yourself wearing, or, which one would make sense in your situation as far as what to buy. Lately, I sell a lot of lab growns. I feel like a younger generation isn't quite as beholden to the old traditions as buying the natural. But on occasion, I do have, and I'd say a fairly regular basis, I have people, young men and women who still want the natural. They like that idea. But more times than not, I sell lab growns. So In terms of choosing one, again, it's up to you. But now you kind of understand what to look for, whether it's the lab-grown or the natural, in terms of the cut, the clarity, the color, and the character.